morning, my people. It's your boy Kenny, man. I'm back one time for your mind. I know it's early in the morning, man. Listen, I had this shit on my mind when I woke up this morning, man. I had to speak on this shit. Big up to the little homie Bobby Smurder, man. For doing this time like a fucking real G. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully he come home and well, he home now, but hopefully he home to like better his life and stay the fuck out of trouble. You know what I'm saying? You can still be a real dude by doing positive shit for you yourself and for the community. You know what I'm saying? You got your stripes already. You did your fuck shit. You did your time like a man, and now you home, and now it's a new chapter in your life. I think Bobby Smurder get ready to turn 30 in like another year or two. I think. Well, he could already be, but I think he like 28 or something like that. But big up to Bobby Smurder, man, and cause that's what I was trying to explain to people. I don't glorify street shit. I'm not a street nigga no more, so I don't glorify that shit. I don't make excuses for the shit. It's just a part of a lot of black people in the black community reality. A lot of us been through it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us coming from that shit. A lot of us still in it and trying to get out of it. Some of us just fall victim to the shit, and it doesn't just mean dying from it or going to jail. Just like you stuck. You have no other skills to do anything other than be a street nigga. So you know it. I don't like I said I don't glorify street shit. My thing is I always tell people I respect niggas that is in is about their life in that lifestyle, and you know understand that these things of going to jail, death, and all other horrible shit that happens in the street, that goes with the game. It's a part of the game. And if you part of that lifestyle, then you know you got to take the consequences for those actions that you put yourself in, or just it just comes with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of times people don't be looking for trouble. A lot of times trouble find you, but you represent yourself as you a street nigga and you in them streets doing that street shit. Then that the perks of fucking bad chicks and making money and niggas looking up to you, or whatever the situation may be. You know what I mean? Looking like a gangster, whatever, however you want to look at it. It's always a bad part with that shit. It's always the repercussions of living that lifestyle, especially if you're not doing it the legal way. We know that. Everybody knows that. So big up to Bobby Smurder. And this is my thing about Tekashi 69, and I stand on this shit. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. He a fucking rat, and people that support him are fucking okay with people being rats. And listen, I don't care if you ain't a street dude, you ain't never been in the street, and you was like, well, I can see his point of view. I don't. You somebody I don't want to hang around. Cause like I said, if listen, you cannot give this dude no pass. That's why Akon was out of pocket, and that's why he a fucking sellout. Listen. You don't give nobody like Tekashi 69 a platform or boost him up to like he's somebody's okay. Like he's somebody to follow after. So basically saying, go ahead and do fuck shit in the street, and then go ahead and snitch on your brothers and your sisters that you probably got locked up, that you ran the streets with, did all these crimes with, and when you get in a tough spot, you snitch. That ain't a part of the game. And I don't know, listen, it's a part of the game, but that's for bitch niggas. And bitch niggas, you usually ostracize them from out the fucking clique. Usually they get touched. We in a new millennium now, new generation of motherfuckers, but you know what I'm saying? And some niggas used to be real street niggas, then got old and then turn like act like the rules still don't uh don't exist anymore. The rules fucking exist. I don't give a fuck what generation. It could be the generation after me and after my daughter and my or her daughter, or whatever the situation may be, or my nephews or whatever. The rules still stand for a motherfucking real dude. I ain't a street dude, but I'm a real dude. So, and I come from street shit, and I still by them rules, and I still stand on them rules. But the difference is that I ain't a street nigga, so I don't live by those rules no more. That's the difference. This dude ran around with gangsters, bloods and shit, screaming Suwoo gang, and all that other fuck shit, and Treyway, and all that other fuck shit that he was doing. He ran around doing that shit, and this dude, as a lot of people say, oh, they took advantage of him because he was young. Nigga, it's little young niggas that's 13 years old, know better not to snitch. And will do time because they signed up for that shit. But I already told you, the nigga was already a clown or buster from the jump. What niggas you letting? I know we in a different era where niggas wear tight jeans and all that fuck shit they do. But what type of nigga you know one walking around with rainbow hair? Usually when real niggas will tell you, nigga, you wearing rainbow, nigga, that mean you're part of the alphabet people. Right there should have been a motherfucking red flag for a lot of niggas. People gotta understand that, man. I'm not giving Bobby Smurda a pass for his shit that he did to get himself in that situation. I'm not making excuses for that. I'm saying he understood that street code. You do some fuck shit, you get caught doing fuck shit. Not fuck shit, but you know what I mean. Get caught up in that fuck shit, street shit. You get caught up in street shit, you do the time. And it just is what it is. And you don't snitch on your motherfucking bros or your homegirls. You don't do no shit like that. That ain't a part of the game. I mean, it's a part of the game, but that's a part of the game for bitch niggas. And like I said, it used to be consequences for niggas like that. And I still believe that it is still consequences for motherfuckers like that. But niggas then got so comfortable with the fake that we living in different times right now where people just out here, you know, making this fake shit seem like it's okay to do. Or it's okay to be a fake ass motherfucker. And like I said, if you faking to be a gangster, that mean you really faking to be a man. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Cause like I said, you don't play with street shit. That's why I don't claim to be a street dude no more, nothing like that. Cause I don't play around with that shit. I know when you get involved in that shit, that it's serious. It's serious business. People can die. You can die. You can kill others. So I know the seriousness of being a street nigga. So I don't play around with that shit. And so, like I said, these niggas out here playing with the street shit, acting like, they hard and all that other fucking shit. Nigga, you not hard. Like I said, you ain't putting in no work. You ain't putting no work in, and you ain't putting in no work. You ain't a street dude. And I mean that for all them fucking rappers. If you ain't in the streets putting in work, you ain't a street nigga no more. So stop claiming that you are. You can only speak on the street niggas that you may know, or you can speak on the street shit that you used to do. But like I said, it's almost dry snitching on yourself. So it's on you. Like I said, I don't play around with that shit. You know what I mean? We making it. It used to be okay to kind of talk about street shit and rap music because we know a lot of niggas was about that life or came from the life or knew people that was in that lifestyle or hung around niggas that was about that lifestyle. But now they got to the point where niggas that made it okay for snitches. And like I said, once they did that shit with Tekashi 6ix9ine, they fucked the game up. So the game ain't the same no more. So I like a lot of these niggas I don't even fuck with no more just because it's a more fact I can't I don't believe these niggas are street niggas and I don't believe they put in that type of work. You know what I'm saying? And it's not glorifying. I always tell people, I don't give a fuck what some white supremacists say from Fox News or some right wing nut job or anybody that be out here cooning or you are just an old ass motherfucker, black person out of touch with, with hip hop. I don't give a fuck about that. Listen to me. Nobody's glorifying that shit. You speaking your pain. You speaking what's going on. And so if you don't speak on it, who the fuck else gonna tell the stories? You get what I'm saying? And like I said, nobody's glorifying that shit. That was one thing that I learned in the 90s about hip hop. Even though that was like the best era of hip hop, but it was the most serious time of hip hop because real niggas was rapping. Rap niggas was really street niggas. And so Even if they wasn't really in the streets like that. Like somebody like Pop, he hung around street niggas, and he lived amongst the street niggas. You know what I'm saying? He had a purpose of why he hung around street niggas, to try to get them to inform them to do better and join together and come together on shit. We had the violent hip hop, we had the positive hip hop, we had the hip hop that make you just want to dance, we had the hip hop that you see a thug love a woman and shit like that. Then you had the shit where niggas was talking about hoes and bitches. I mean, that's just a part of, that's a life. I mean, they keep on trying to, ridicule hip hop or the black community or how black people, our culture. But if you really look at white society, they do the same exact shit. They just ain't glorifying it. Excuse me. They're just not promoting it in a way of how we do it. That's it. Look at these motherfuckers. These so-called people that's supposed to be, with morals and all that shit. They having affairs. They fucking different women. They buying hookers. You know what I mean? They sex trafficking. They doing all types of shit out here. People behind closed doors. The only difference is niggas just putting it out there. That's all. And we ain't even doing half of the worst, nowhere half of the worst shit that they doing. These motherfuckers, it's a lot of these politicians and people up here, all these uppity motherfuckers, they sitting up here trying to look down on hip hop or niggas that come from the street or something like that, or the culture of hip hop. And these motherfuckers around here sex trafficking. They around here fucking with underage little girls. Think about this. Look at all the white teachers that's out here fucking little high school kids. Let me explain something to y'all, people. I've been in that situation before. I've been in a situation where I was in a program, and it was a lady that was tutoring me for school, right? And so I mean, she used to tutor everybody, but she used to have one-on-ones with me because I guess at the time, I'm dyslexic and shit, so she had to, spend extra time with me and shit, so to get me to understand, what I was reading and shit. So somehow, some way we hit it off of not, it got to the point where I was flirting with her. Honest, really, to be real honest with about it, I was flirting with her. And at the crazy shit about it, she was a white lady too. And it was crazy because she had a kid. I think her kid was like, wasn't that older than I was. You know what I mean? She was younger than me or something like that, maybe, right? And she was getting out of bad relationships. I think she was in a divorce or something like that. She was in a bad space, right? You know what I mean? And I flirted with her, and she took that shit back. We was talking on the phone, and I could have hit her if I wanted to, but I was so immature that if I'd have played my cards right, I'd have hit her. But I was too immature, and I guess she caught her something. No, I know what happened. Something happened to where this is why this shit shouldn't happen with teachers fucking with young kids, even if they boys or not. Because what happens is that even it's not that the young niggas, the boys are different from the girls. We are, but we immature. So what happened was that I wound up almost got her in trouble. Like I got her in trouble because I didn't like how she was disciplining me that day or something like that. She was talking to me and saying that if you don't do the work or something like that, I was like, "What the fuck are you talking to?" Because I thought I had this type of relationship with her where she would let me slide on my bad behavior, right? And so it, I wound up she wound up getting me in trouble. I said, fuck that shit, bitch, I'm gonna get you in trouble. And so I told him that she was flirting with me and all that other shit. I'd be talking to her on the phone, and I got her in trouble. But that's how immature I was as a kid. Like you know what I mean? You don't you don't that's why it's not okay at the end of the day for young boys, I don't give a fuck if they're teenagers or not, to be fucking with women in 30s or 20s because they ain't mature enough to even understand. That's some shit that you keep that shit on the hush. You don't speak on that shit. And listen, people, it ain't like I ain't never ever fucked older women before. Like I ain't never like I rarely fuck with girls that was my age. I probably fuck with maybe 5 to 10 girls that was probably my age, and probably I'm talking about having sex with, right? Or maybe it was a year or two younger than I was, but I usually fuck with chicks that was older than me. They was in their 20s and shit like that. So it wasn't like I never fucked with older chicks. It was just that the power position that she put me in, that she put me in, like, of she had the power over me, but at the same time, you know, she still want to fuck me, and that's just a weird combination to have, to put any pressure on any type of kid. What up, LT? To put on any type of fucking child, you know what I mean? Because one minute you got to discipline them, but the next minute you want to fuck them. It's almost like, believe it or not, if you really think about it, it's like you having sex with your own kid. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's almost like you want to discipline your kid for getting out of pocket, but at the same time you want to have sex with them. It's weird shit. You don't want to, like, who the fuck thinking like that? But that's how that shit look. That's why it's called molestation. You get what I'm saying? Having sex with a minor, underage minor, like that shit is not cool. So I've been in those situations, people. But back to this dude, Takashi 69. Then this dude was having sex with underage girls. And then I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm gonna be very honest about this. This is why a part of me, I ain't that upset about the situation, because we all been put in situations where we fuck with chicks that was younger and we didn't know. Listen, it happens. And especially you in the moment, you drinking, you smoking, you about parties and shit. Now, we didn't videotape none of that dumb shit, but I guarantee you there'd been a lot more niggas back in the day with me. Even myself probably got caught up and didn't know a girl that was underage. My sister actually stopped me from one time fucking with a young chick. You know what I'm saying? Went to the same fucking school she went to. I didn't even know that. You get what I'm saying? So, listen, it happens. But to for this dude to get out here and present himself like he this real street dude and did all the fuck shit that he did and lied and say because he knew that girl was underage. He knew, because if you look at the transcript in the shit in the situation, he basically tell him that he knew. He had to plead guilty to it. So he basically said, yeah, I knew she was young. So, that shit crazy. But I tell people that's why I said what I said about Takashi 69. Like, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to hear to redeem yourself. Once you a snitch, once you a rat, you a rat, nigga. Ain't no coming back from that. It's almost like if you somebody that molested kids and raped somebody, nigga. Ain't no coming back from that. You are a sex offender, nigga. We are not fucking with you. You are done, son. We not rocking with you. Now, I mean, it depends what the situation may be. Because like I said, you could get caught up and didn't know the girl was young or something like that. That's different. But they, you know what I'm talking about. These motherfuckers that's out here specifically going out here focusing, trying to fuck with little girls, or women that's going out here specifically fucking with little boys. Like, come on, fuck out of here. And like I said, it is a double standards when it comes to women and men. Like, I don't like, for me, I'm up in the air with it. It's like, it depends what the situation may be. If a motherfucker 17 years old and he a senior in high school and the fucking chick is like 21, 22, 22, 22, 23 years old, shit, the next fucking year he be in the college with her. So what's the difference if he fucking with her the next year? I mean, 1 year earlier. It all depends what the situation may be. But like I said, the power structure of that. You gotta look at the power structure. I just made a prime example of how I was in a situation where I didn't know how to handle that power structure. You get what I'm saying? I didn't understand. She's still my teacher, but and she gonna discipline me if I'm out of pocket. But she still want to give me some pussy. I didn't know how to handle that, and I guarantee you, half of the fucking kids that's underage that does fuck with these women don't understand that at the time. I guarantee you, they don't. That's why you see sooner or later these kids usually come out and they be the ones that usually wind up telling on a teacher, or somehow they get careless with with the so-called relationship they have with the teacher, to where their parents find out, or teachers or somebody else find out, because niggas is running, niggas can't keep their mouth shut, niggas running around, yeah, I fuck, listen, man, I'm fucking this third grade teacher, I'm fucking the ninth grade teacher, you know that, right? Like, come on, that shit happens, man. That's why it ain't cool for that shit to happen. But Danny Hernandez snitched. And that's the difference. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Motherfuckers that get out here and get mad at me, all they want to talk about glorifying street shit. I'm not glorifying it. I'm just telling you, when you're a street dude, you understand the codes of the street. Ain't no snitching. Listen, that's the worst thing to ever fucking be, is a fucking snitch. And I don't give a fuck if you in the game or not. You know what I mean? Snitching on motherfuckers. You just don't understand snitching on another motherfucker. Especially, like, listen, it's one thing if you ain't in the game and a motherfucker put you in a position where you gotta tell on him. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't in the game and this motherfucker put you in a situation like, yo, you gonna put me in this and talk about, oh, no, I gotta take, no, nigga, you don't get to do that. You don't get to make that decision for me. You know what I'm saying? That's different. But if a motherfucker's sitting there intentionally knowing that the people that he's hanging around with get busy like that and they in them streets like that, and you know what they're about, and you know that's a possibility that one day down the line or a day you don't know if it's gonna happen, and you get arrested with this motherfucker, get caught up in this thing with this motherfucker. You know that. And like I said, Tekashi 6ix9ine knew that. And I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. As long as he knew that these was the options, the possibilities that he could get arrested. And I don't give a fuck that they were fucking his baby mama, they robbed him and none of that shit. All that shit comes to the game. Ask how many niggas that's in the street that tell you the niggas that they own enemies was fucking their baby mamas. They homeboys fuck their baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas you thought was your friend fuck your girl. You go to jail for a month, come home, find out your motherfucking baby mama or your girl then fucked your boy, fucked your homie to fuck your girl. That happens. That's a part of the game. Okay? Only thing that wasn't part of the game was killing kids and fucking with grandmamas. Okay? You don't fuck with grandmamas or kids. If you go early 90s and shit, it was a part the way you don't fuck with people mamas either. Fuck with people mamas will get you killed. You know what I'm saying? But niggas done got so disrespectful out here. Niggas be out here fucking niggas mamas. And the mamas, I'm not trying to act like that shit ain't happened back in the day, even when I was out in the street too. Niggas fuck niggas mamas. I'm just saying, like, but usually niggas out here fucking with niggas mamas over because she wants some dope or something. But niggas is really out here fucking with niggas mamas. Like, these mamas ain't dope heads. These motherfucking mamas is mamas, nigga. And these niggas out here fucking these they boys mamas, they enemies mamas and shit like that. It's just ridiculous out here. And any mama that sit there and fuck all her son's kids and shit, her son's friends and shit, what type of mama is that? I always tell people it's always exciting for sometimes, even for older people, like want to fuck with like somebody younger than you. It's exciting at first, but then after a while you look at that shit, it's a little weird. I'm a little weirded out by that shit when I see 50-year-old men fucking with 25-year-old girls. Like, come on, man. Girl could be your daughter. Fuck around, be your granddaughter. Depends how early you had your kid. Real talk. Yeah, you gotta listen. You gotta watch all that shit. You gotta watch mamas around the son's friends. You gotta watch the daddies around their daughter friends. You gotta watch that shit. And shit, we in a different era right now where you gotta watch the fathers around the son friends because he might be in the closet, you know, on his Kanye West shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta watch that shit. It's a dangerous world out here. People is very it's all brand new. It's all confusing a little bit, but people guys, you use common sense and have some type of self control about yourselves. You can catch a lot of this fuck shit that goes on. But yeah, man, I want to big up Bobby Smurder, man, because he did his time like a G. And like I said, I ain't glorifying what he did, but I respect that he did his time like a man and understood that that shit comes with him getting arrested comes with being part of that street shit, and hopefully he out to do better. You know what I'm saying? Help the community, help the young kids. Don't A lot of the young niggas that's younger than him not to go through what he went through, as far as going to jail and not glorifying that street shit unless you're about it. Like I said, I don't listen. I know why a lot of niggas be in the street, but I don't try to preach to the street niggas. Cause there's a reason niggas is out there. It ain't niggas just out there to be out there. Niggas is there for a reason. They there for a reason. They grew up in that environment, or they got stuck and or they wasn't put they got stuck in that environment to where the point that where they wasn't really a part of the shit that was going on around them in the environment, but they wind up getting caught up in it. And so it's so many different layers of that street shit that people don't take the time to comprehend. A lot of the times they just go straight to judgment. And so I try not to do that. So big up to Bobby Spirited, man. You know what I mean? Leave your comments, hit that like button, support your boy. It's your boy Kenny, man. Peace and love to the world. And oh yeah, fuck Takashi. I mean fuck Hernandez. Snitch, a rat.